Welcome back to Newsbeat. The number 2 LSU baseball team traveled just down the road to New Orleans to face rival Tulane. The game was originally scheduled for Tuesday night, but due to a threat of severe weather, it was moved to last night. It was a battle, but the Green Wave were able to hold off a 9th inning push by the Tigers. Freshman Tyler Hanover was the big bat for LSU, going 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Blake Dean continued to heat up, contributing with a 2 for 4, 1 RBI performance. Chris Matulis received the loss. The baseball team is now 21-7 on the season, and one player that's been doing his part is junior first baseman Sean Ochinko. Through the first part of the season, Ochinko has been the big bat behind LSU's offense, but as reporter Eric Vollenweider tells us, that has not always been the case.
Field can't catch up to it, corrals it against the fence, and it will be a double for Sean Ochinko.
After going 1 for 4 against South Carolina last Sunday, LSU first baseman / catcher Sean Ochinko now leads the team, hitting a cool .443 through the Tigers' first 22 games. These are the type of numbers that Coach Paul Mainieri says Ochinko expected out of himself from the first day he stepped on campus in 2007.
He had an unwaverable self-confidence about himself. Some people might say it was cocky or arrogant. He thought he could do anything he wanted to do.
But rewinded just one season ago, Ochinko was mired in a sophomore slump and was unable to repeat the successes of his freshman All-American season. In the third game of a 3-game series with Florida, Coach Paul Mainieri benched Ochinko in favor of highly touted freshman Micah Gibbs.
As a freshman, he had been such a vital part of the team, and now to lose your job to a freshman had to be a very, very tough thing for him emotionally.
During the team's miraculous run, Ochinko could only stand and watch from the top step of the dugout.
You know, it was definitely upsetting, and sometimes you take for granted going out there and playing every single day. I definitely took it for granted. It kind of helped me out in the long run because I realized, you know, every time I step out there, you know, I gotta appreciate what I have.
Teammates believe his perseverance through the adversity he experienced last season made him a better player.
You know, him going through what he did last year and staying at LSU and just sticking it out and working hard, and nobody else deserves it more than him.
You know I didn't get the job done a lot last year, and it feels good coming back and seeing guys watch me play and do well for the team again.
If Ochinko continues to swing the bat the way he has, he'll once again find himself on everybody's All-American teams. Reporting for Newsbreak, I'm Eric Vollenweider.
Ochinko will look to lead the Tigers as they travel to Athens for a tough weekend series versus the 6th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Baseball's not the only team in action over the break. Tiger fans who are staying in town can enjoy the sun while cheering on several of their teams. A few ranked opponents will be in Baton Rouge, starting with the number 18 LSU softball team. Lady Tigers will be hosting number 13 Tennessee this weekend at Tiger Park. And the 24th ranked LSU women's tennis team will be in action against number 13 Florida tomorrow and again on Sunday versus South Carolina. After the baseball team plays Georgia, they will be back home for a midweek game versus Grambling on April 8th at 6:30. And for fans coming home early, the men's tennis team will host rival Ole Miss on Friday, April 10th, and the Mississippi State on that following Sunday. Well, that is all for sports. Here's Jordan with your entertainment news.
Thank you, Kristen. Coming up in entertainment, I'll tell you what movies are making their debuts this weekend. Plus, there are a lot of fun activities you can partake in this weekend as well. It's your lucky day. Entertainment is next on Newsbeat. Hi there. Welcome back to Newsbeat. I'm Jordan Walden with your entertainment update. Looks like there's a lot of great movies making their debuts this weekend. Let's take a look at a few. In Adventureland, a college graduate comes home from college broke and has no choice but to get a dead-end job at an amusement park. Little does he know that this job will be the single greatest thing that has ever happened to him. And I know what you're thinking. Another Fast and the Furious sequel? I don't see how they got past the second one, much less the 4th installment. But nevertheless, Vin Diesel returns in this new installment of the Fast and the Furious series. They take it back to the streets, drive cars real fast and real furious in this extreme, high-octane, pedal-to-the-metal, intense action thriller. For a link to movie times in the Baton Rouge area, hit up the Tiger TV website at tigertv.tv and click on links. And for all you Spider-Man fans out there, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. That's right, the villains for Spider-Man 4 have finally been revealed. You might remember the first one from former Spider-Man movies. Peter's one-armed professor, Dr. Connors, will transform into the Lizard and become one of Spider-Man's nemesis in the next movie. Also, Spider-Man's other rival will be Carnage. Dr. Connors, also known as the Lizard, will use DNA from himself and Spider-Man to create Carnage, and it will be up to Spider-Man to defeat these adversaries. And if you were just too excited about the new X-Men movie to wait for it to come out in theaters, you're in luck. X-Men Origins Wolverine was posted illegally on the web Tuesday, an entire month before its release date. The film is missing some effects upon being leaked, but it's still a great movie if you're interested in pirating it. In celebrity news, several girls were expelled from Oprah's all-girls school in South Africa last week for sexual harassment. And as you can see, Oprah was very disheartened by the students' disregard to the Oprah Winfrey's Leadership Academy's rules. And finally today, if you're looking for something to do in the upcoming days, you will not be disappointed. If you're broke and hungry, I have the perfect thing for you to do tonight. Stop by the Union Ballroom tonight to watch Juno, the story of a teenage girl faced with a tough decision when she is impregnated. The event was moved to the ballroom from the parade grounds because of the rain. Free popcorn and drinks will be provided. And if you're looking to have a side-splitting good time, come see the one and only Jerry Seinfeld. He'll be performing his stand-up comedy at the Baton Rouge River Center tonight at 7 and 9:30. And if you liked the Beatles tribute band this past weekend, you're going to love the Michael Jackson tribute band, Who's Bad, at the Varsity Theater tomorrow night. Doors open at 8. And another great show you're not going to want to miss is Dinosaur Jr. at the Varsity on April 15th. The great thing about this show is with the purchase of your ticket, you get a free copy of their limited edition tour-only album. But that's all for entertainment. Don't touch that dial. More Newsbeat after the break.
Welcome back to Newsbeat. If you've been around any 2-year-olds lately, you know that most of them are just learning how to talk, maybe even count.
But here's a little boy who's a bit different. This little guy isn't even 2 yet, but he can already clear a pool table. 22-month-old Keith Odell Jr. plays 2 to 3 hours of pool a day. It's a family affair. His parents met in a pool hall. Now the pool shark prodigy teaches dad a few tricks. Looks like the family's latest member, 4-month-old David, is already practicing. I don't really remember when I was 2, but I know my interest was definitely in the sandbox.
Well, mine was Legos. Not much skill involved as with that little tyke, but that's all we have for you today.
And if you'd like to see a rebroadcast of the show, you can catch us on campus, Channel 75 tonight at 5:30 and then at 10.
You can also watch the show on Cox Channel 4 at 4:30 and on WBTR Cable Channel 19 at 11:30 tonight. Also, be sure to check out our website at tigertv.tv.
And as always, thanks for watching Newsbeat. Have a great day. Legos.